Good morning, good morning, good morning. Swiss Your Family Farm, other known as Majestic Harvest Farm. We grow peaches and apples and blueberries. I want to get some blackberries. I want to set up a big old blackberry patch here, hopefully. This year, we're hoping. Face out, running the yard, doing her thing as a puppy dog will do. Now she's going to get her ball. She is just racing around here like crazy. So what I want to start doing is every 2 weeks, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do a video just on the garden to show you how the garden's doing. That way you kind of get an idea, seeing my ups and my downs and what's working, what's not working, and I can answer some of the questions that you have also. Now, along with this, I want you to understand that this is my garden, this is how I do it. You can follow my tips and tricks, or you can do it your way. That's what gardening's about. Gardening's about trial and error and having fun and enjoying yourself. If you can't enjoy yourself, then why bother? I mean, shoot. I love gardening. Gardening is like my number one thing here on the farm. I don't like fence work, as most of you know, and I don't like putting in posts. Nope. But I do love me some tomatoes. So in the prior video that you guys seen that's been updated, you've seen the video of the tomatoes. You'll see a video of me teaching you the planting method I go by, the trellis method I go by, which the trellis method, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too sure about that, but it will get me through this year, and maybe next year, which I highly doubt, I'll have time to do it because I'll be building a house. So if you want to watch me build a house from scratch, we are building our dream house. I just got done with the blueprints. We have the blueprints now. Maybe I can get the blueprints up here on this and let you guys see what we're going to do if I can get it to work somehow. I don't know. We do have some rain coming tomorrow night and Saturday night. And then Sunday, partial day is going to be clear. Sunday's a picking day. We're going to pick. I've already gotten zucchini and squash out of my zucchini and squash plants. I have been looking for squash bugs. Knock on wood. I haven't seen any, which is good. I've been also checking for whitefly. I haven't seen any of that, so I haven't had to get on that. I just went through the tomatoes that you've seen on the prior videos. I went through the tomatoes there, and I looked at everything, and they're fine. I haven't seen any disease. I haven't seen any problems with them as of yet. But there's always that chance. I mean, you can get a plant, grow up, be 5 foot tall, and just die on you. I know some of you out there on Facebook have been posting stuff and showing pictures, and I feel for you, trust me, man. The last thing you want to do is take all that time into nurturing a plant, getting it up, to have something go wrong and not know what it is. I mean, it could be blossom end rot, it could be fungus, tomato fungus that you could get, it could be a predator, it could be a rabbit, it could be a squirrel, it could be a number of things that can go through. As a matter of fact, the other day I went through, and I'll put the picture up here, but I found one of my tomato plants was knocked over out of all of them, and they're all sturdy, they're all up there, they aren't going to fall over. Well, apparently a rat snake decided he was going to venture in and try to go up my tomato plant. I was not happy. Then he decided he's going to make his way over to the grill and get up in the grill. Now, I'm not a big fan of snakes. I deal with them. They're here. They're natural. They do a good thing. Rat snakes take care of a lot of problems with rats and mice and small animals. Unfortunately, you know, birds and squirrels and those cutie little fluffy things, but and baby rabbits. But it's a circle of life. I mean, everything has its process. The snakes got to eat as much as the rabbits got to eat. Let me tell you, the rabbits I got in my yard are crazy rabbits. So, and fate just loves chasing them out of the yard. Yesterday, Mom had a deer go through her backyard, or the back part of the pasture, should I say. And she was so excited, she had to text my dad and tell my dad about it. My dad told me, I said, that's awesome. We love to have deer around. Deer's a good thing. You know, as long as they don't go in my garden, I don't care what they do. As long as they stay out, they can go through and do whatever they want. Just don't mess with my garden. Don't mess with my tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a walkthrough. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to tell you a few things that we've come across that could slightly be a problem. Some things that I won't do when I plant next year. My pepper plants are doing phenomenal. I have a few that aren't doing that great. And I've been doing a lot of research, and I can't understand why, because everything else is flourishing. Now, I did put some test stuff in, and I am finding out that I am on low on some of fertilizer for some things in the garden. And what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll add to what I need to add to it. I've got plenty of stuff, all natural stuff, of course, to get the pH levels back up, or to put some magnesium in the soil, or if I need to, I can put some calcium from oyster shell. Now, that's another thing I want to talk to you about. Next time you guys decide that you're going to do oyster shells in your garden, or eggshells, I'd venture, just stay away from it. I mean, one, it takes too long for it to break down, and then it takes a while for your soil to pick up the nutrients. What I would suggest is go to Amazon or anywhere else you want, or go to Google Pants and say, hey, Google Pants, I need crushed eggshell powder. And it'll come up and it'll be crushed, or not crushed eggshell powder, crushed oyster powder. And what will happen is it'll crush it up and it'll make a real fine dust, kind of like diatomaceous earth or any of the other stuff like sand. You can put that in, and that really gets into your soil great. But I probably wouldn't add that if you already started your garden. I probably wouldn't add that until you amend your soil. When you amend your soil, which I'll have one coming up next year on that, where I can show you how I amend my soil and what I do. Now, as far as testing goes, I would suggest get your soil tested. Anytime you get new stuff in, test it, because you don't know what's in that dirt. You don't know what chemicals in there. You got Raison, or whatever it is, something they spray down over hay and straw, and that stuff is not good for your garden being, because you get that in the soil and you're talking 10, 15 years before you could actually even get anything out of it. It's terrible. It's terrible stuff, man. But they spray that stuff on there, and the reason why they spray it on there is because the horse or the cow will consume it. But they consume it, they'll dispose of it, as they naturally do, and apparently it doesn't stay in their system. So I don't know how that works, really. I question that point. You're going to spray down that, and then you're going to give it to your horses and your cattle. I don't know about that. But anyway, and there is a lot of farmers out there that don't use any of that go all natural, but there's some that do spray it down with that. And another thing you got to realize too is when they spray it down with that, any of the dirt that you're getting from, say, they started a new patch, a new patch of grass that they're growing for feed and they spray that down. It's supposed to help out. And what happens is it leaches into the soil, and then if anything ever happens 5, 10 years from now, they go and dig that stuff up and they sell it as topsoil, and you buy topsoil and you end up getting it in there. So it's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. So let's get into the garden. Let's do it now. All right, guys. So I got some testers in there. Just tell me my alkaline's right on the borderline, so I'm going to have to get some correction done on that. And you come over here and you can see how well my zucchini plants are doing. And I'm starting to show some issues of some white mold, as you can see. But you know what I'll do? I'll just go out and cut all them out. I'll just cut them out. Come over here. Those 3 right there. Those are my sweet potatoes. I got some weed pulling to do on Sunday. That's my Tabasco plant that I make my hot sauce out of. We got some hot bananas right there. They're doing good. We got some more head lettuce. This is my head lettuce coming up right there. And then we got over here is our cucumbers. You can see how cucumbers, I got to get that rosemary plant. I keep forgetting about it. Instead of down and over. This I planted here by accident. But look at that zucchini in there. Look at that zucchini in there. Of course, we got our bees. Happy bees. This is my oregano plant, 3 years growing now. And I just cut this thing back and it blew up again. So then we got this right here. This is my zucchini stash set up. Look. Now, this has to be about 4 foot tall. And they are doing phenomenal. They are doing really good. I got zucchinis in there. Get down in so you can see. Plenty of flowers. The one thing I need to do is I need to go and grab a stick. Okay, guys, I got my stick. Now, you have to really think about this. I tap this on the sides of the containers as a safety precaution for having snakes. Now, these are our beans. Look at them beans coming in. I'm gonna have so many beans. So many beans. And then here I got my cucumbers, or my pickling cucumbers, or pickles, whatever you want to call them. And then I come over here and I do the same thing. These are my radishes. And those are my, man, I got to get on these peas. Now see, we had some of the peas die out. So that's all right. I'll just pull them. Our peas, yeah, we got to get on our peas. It's starting to gravitate over to my peppers over here, and I don't want that. I think that one's dead. So I got long hots here. I mean, they're bushy, but they're not getting tall at all. So we'll see. Trial and error, trial and error. And then I got my cauliflower. Now, I haven't gotten any cauliflower yet. I don't know what's going on, but... yeah, no cauliflower yet. I don't know. And then this is just my tomato go crazy type setup here. Tomato go crazy. I'm just letting them go. That's my romaine, about ready to pick time for that. And my big leaf basil, look how beautiful this basil is. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to make some pesto. And we got my dill. Now what you want to do is, when you're going to do the dill, because it's starting to go to seed, is I'll take those top points off. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the top parts of the dill, with the little flowers, are great to put in your pickles, for your dill pickles. So, now my dad, these are my peppers, these are jalapenos. That one's trying to make it, but he's not doing a good job. My beets. Did you see that, guys? Did you see that? Look. See that? That's eating the little thighs on there. And then, of course, I got my corn is doing really good. See the ears I'm getting off of it? And they said you couldn't grow corn in a raised bed. Bull haka. Bull haka. Now, I don't need a lot of corn. I'm diabetic, so I should be eating it anyway. And we got our cabbages. Sorry you got to hear this noise, but this is where I'm planting my potatoes. Don't eat a lot of potatoes again. I'm a diabetic. I'm going to go over top of this. See how many wait for. Oh, nothing come out of there. Shocking. No broccoli yet, guys. I'm waiting. I can't wait for that first head of broccoli to come up so I can mow down. Uh-oh. You see that? Where's all that coming from? Uh-oh. I don't know. I'm going to have to do, look at that right there. See that? Something's been in there. So you guys kind of got to see my garden. That's the back lot of the garden. I'm trying to get it done. I don't know if I'll get it done this year. We'll go around over here. Check all that out, and now I'm going to clean these things up. Get rid of them lower leaves. Oh yeah, you got to see a walkthrough of the whole entire garden. Look at that. That is amazing. Zucchini and the squash. Look how big they are. I love it. Oh, what a garden. What a garden. I work really hard at this. I think I need to go and cut in here and plant some more grass seed. And there's Faith. There is Miss Faith. There's Miss Faith bringing her toy. Bringing me her toy. Come here. See, everybody, this is Faith. Faith, this is everybody. She's a good puppy dog. She's so beautiful. Come here. Come on. There you go. You got to give me the toy. All right, you ready? I'm going to show you how fast she can move. Now she'll do her run around. All right, guys. All right, guys. Well, you got to see the garden. Got to see how everything's growing. Everything's doing good. I got a few issues I'm going to work on. I need to get done. I'm going to have to get in there with a cutter and start cutting my stuff and cleaning up stuff because it's looking pretty hectic in there. But what I do want you to know is just a little time, a little effort, a little research, and you can have a garden like this too. I'm not made of money. This took us a long time. It took us 2 years to do this. And now we're finally there. We're planting, we're getting it. Every year the crop's getting better and better because I'm learning more. I'm amending the soil. I'm not over digging in the soil. I go down 4 to 6 inches, 6 inches on a new bed, 4 inches on an old bed. I'm not disturbing all the microorganisms in it. I'm adding to what I'm taking out, and I'm being a good steward of my garden and of my land. I love gardening, and I love tomatoes. So on the next video you'll probably be seeing is I will go through the tomatoes and maybe get you an up-to-date on how the tomatoes on the outside with the new beds is doing. Well, with that said, guys, I got work to do. I don't have time to be sitting on this phone. And I record with my phone now. I don't use the camera too much anymore. It's been easier with the phone. So at that point, guys, until next time, I'll see you in the garden. Hey, God bless.